6, 27, 29, and 31. In Monday's Fantasy 5 drawing, 2 tickets matched all 5 numbers and are jackpot winners. Each winning ticket is worth more than $345,000. Enjoy Fantasy 5 every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And don't forget Saturday's estimated $7 million lotto jackpot. Good night and good luck, Florida.
WPTV, West Palm Beach, Boca Raton, Vero Beach. Live from your 24-hour news source, this is Action 5 News, the Night Beat.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Laurel Sauer.
And I'm Jim Syka. Thank you for joining us on the Night Beat, where there are cheers for the crew of the Shuttle Endeavor tonight. After 2 frustrating failures of NASA's original plan, tonight 3 astronauts finally managed to snare that wayward communication satellite using their hands to literally grab it. Endeavor's commander expertly maneuvered the spacecraft under the satellite.
Got a good grip? That's Houston, I think we got a satellite.
Yeah, we're watching down here. We got a lot of smiles down here, Dan.
It ain't over yet.
Yeah, nice job, guys.
Okay, I'll just...
Now, this is a live picture from the shuttle where the astronauts had been out for about 5 hours. Within the hour, they attached a special grappling rod to the satellite. The next step is to lower it into the cargo bay and attach a rocket motor to it, and then fire it into its proper orbit. Back here on Earth, an unmanned Delta rocket blasted into the night sky over Cape Canaveral this evening. The rocket is carrying a communication satellite, which will add telephone and color television for Indonesia and several neighboring nations. This mission has been postponed 3 times due to technical problems before tonight's successful launch.
And tonight in Wellington, rescue workers responded to what at first appeared to be a rather routine accident. Once authorities discovered, though, one of the vehicles contained potentially hazardous material, the incident became anything but routine. And as Action News Night Beat reporter Lainey Thomas shows us, a soil sampling device containing low levels of radiation had workers treading very carefully.
3 cars sitting at this stoplight at Southern and Forest Hill Boulevards in Wellington were hit from behind by a truck carrying a device which officials say contains low levels of radiation. The driver was going at least 65 miles an hour in a 45-mile-an-hour speed zone when he slammed into one car and caused a chain reaction accident. Patrick Coleman and his girlfriend weren't hurt, but they were worried about being exposed to radiation, which could have leaked out of the soil sampling device inside the truck.
When I found out that he had the toxic waste or whatever, I was shocked because I didn't know that they could allow such people to ride around without warning on their car, a vehicle. I think they should have at least a sticker or something, a warning.
Rescue workers say hazardous material warning stickers are not on this truck because it's carrying a device that contains low levels of radioactive material. Although the container carrying the radiation soil sampling device broke open during the crash, a safety officer for the construction company ran a test to make sure no hazardous material was leaking. Fire rescue workers at the scene say the potential danger was minimal.
From the information I have, apparently if you exposed yourself to it for a considerable period of time, it would be like taking chest x-rays several times a day for a month or something like that.
The construction worker, who authorities say is responsible for causing a potentially hazardous situation, faces charges of careless driving and driving with a suspended license. Lainey Thomas, Action 5 News on the Night Beat.
Tonight, a family fight ends in bloodshed in West Palm Beach. Police say an unidentified male at 808 31st Street got into a fight with his sister. When the man tried to hit his sister, he missed and struck his mother instead. Police say that's when the sister stabbed the man in apparent self-defense. The stabbing victim has been taken to St. Mary's Hospital, where his condition is unavailable at this time.
Port St. Lucie police are mourning the loss of one of their officers tonight. Donald Mahan was killed Tuesday night while working a traffic stop. A car hit Officer Mahan when he was crossing the road to check out a chain reaction crash on Leonard Road and US 1. Mahan's injuries were serious last night at the scene, and he died when life support systems were disconnected earlier today. His co-workers say Mahan was well respected, and his loss is certainly a senseless waste.
Don was one of those special guys. He was the kind of guy that everybody liked. I make no apologies for being sensitive about it.
City employees turned their headlights on today out of respect, and flags flew at half-mast. Mahan is survived by his wife, a 2-year-old son, and a 3-month-old daughter. His funeral is scheduled for Friday at 3 p.m. at the Met Stadium. A savings account has been set up to benefit Mahan's children. Deposits can be made at the Port St. Lucie National Bank. That's account number 802-9591. Tonight, the people of Port St. Lucie want some answers, and they want them quick. The demands are in response to yet another request by Port St. Lucie officials for residents to conserve water due to low levels. As Action News Night Beat reporter Bill Alexander tells us, the problem is with the St. Lucie County Utilities Department service in Port St. Lucie.
It's beginning to sound like a broken record in Port St. Lucie. Late Wednesday afternoon, the Utility Services Department, through Director Richard Howell, issued a conservation advisory. The department wants city residents to discontinue non-essential usage. That's watering lawns and car washing.
There's something wrong. There's probably a leak somewhere that day they just don't know about.
A little suspicious, you think?
Yeah.
A week ago, over 5,000 homes had water shut off for up to 2 days when pressure was reported to be low due to unusual high usage and vandalism. Some fire hydrants were turned on and left running.
Because it's strange to me. They said it's 3 hydrants that went on, but, I mean, in New York, where I came from, hydrants were on all the time, and it never got as bad as it is down here.
Now, last week's water emergency was enough to raise a lot of eyebrows. But now with the second in just a little over a week, people are getting suspicious.
Well, I think it is. I really do. I think it's something that's causing it, you know, so they can raise our water, really, our price on our water, and I think it's high enough the way it is.
Yeah, I too is suspicious. I wonder what's going on myself. I don't think it's very good through here.
Utilities Director Howell says usage patterns are just high. They're exceeding the capacity of the water treatment facilities. About 4.3 million gallons per day is the maximum. But this is a dilemma people aren't taking lightly. A top county executive has already resigned over last week's problem. And if that crisis is repeated, many more may be flushed out too. In Port St. Lucie, Bill Alexander, Action 5 News on the Night Beat.
A Tampa woman shot during her wedding reception now says tonight her new husband didn't do it. Lorette Brunson says her husband, Raymond, got into a fight with a drunken guest at the reception a couple of weeks ago. Brunson blames the shooting on that person. She claims Tampa detectives have not listened to her story. Raymond Brunson is still in jail, charged with attempted murder.
Coming up next on the Night Beat tonight, we'll tell you about some efforts in Congress to sink an unpopular boat user fee. But first, let's take a look at the wake-up weather forecast with Art Horn. Art?
Thanks, Laurel, Jim, everybody. We had some good news in the weather department tonight. Some nice rains from the West Palm Beach area southward. On radar, there's nothing there now, but there was earlier, and I'm going to show that to you coming up in a few minutes. Here's the wake-up weather forecast. Hazy and mild. Temperature 66 degrees for your wake-up. The wind near calm. Does look like the chance for getting some much-needed rain is a little better tomorrow throughout the region. I'll have the forecast in a few minutes. Jim and Laurel.
All right, Art, thank you very much. We'll check in with you just a couple of minutes. Coming up on the Night Beat, we'll wrap up our look at life aboard a United States aircraft carrier.
Stay with us.
How can you get a V6 engine, killer stereo, and rear anti-lock brakes for around 10 grand? Get a Chevy S10 Tahoe. Chevrolet, the trucks you can depend on. The trucks that last. It's Chevy Rock Solid Value Days. Now with $750 cash back, you can drive home a Chevy S10 Tahoe for around $9,200. So get an S10 pickup, America's best-selling first truck, during Rock Solid Value Days.
That's a pretty good imitation. A moment, a conversation. It shouldn't feel any different when you're talking long distance. We think you should be able to call anyone, anywhere, anytime, and still save money. That's why we invented the new AT&T Any Hour Saver plan. We don't think you should have to make lists or watch clocks. $10 for an hour of calls anytime. Then bonus prices of just 11 cents a minute after 5, and on weekends. Because how you talk is your business. Making it more affordable is ours.
If you're trying to watch your weight and the world seems weighted against you, we may have just the thing for you. Delicious Dannon Light Non-Fat Yogurt. In a world of temptations, Dannon's 8 luscious flavors are really quite tempting themselves. In a world of eat now, pay later, Dannon Light is a guilt-free, fat-free, healthy 100 calories. So don't let the world weigh you down. Your life is in your hands. Make Dannon Light Yogurt a very healthy habit. for life.
Toyota dealers are really heating things up. Toyota's hot, hot, hot. With their hottest ever sales event. Get fired up with a reliable Toyota Corolla for only $185 a month. Just $185 a month. That's hot. Toyota's hot, hot, hot. Right now, save big with option package savings. You can save even more with factory-to-dealer incentives. Up to $2,300 total savings. See your Toyota dealer now. He's got what's hot. Toyota.
The National Guard is pulling out of Los Angeles slowly.
Jim, Governor Pete Wilson is releasing 4,000 National Guard troops. That leaves just 6,000 soldiers still in the city, and they will be withdrawn gradually. Also, the government has subpoenaed videotapes and pictures from news organizations in an effort to identify all the looters and rioters. Some television stations are cooperating, while others aren't, saying it's not their job to enforce the law.
And even as the streets of Los Angeles get back to normal, the legal maneuvering goes on. And that story tops our Night Beat Digest. Today, the district attorney announced he wants to retry Officer Lawrence Powell for using excessive violence against Rodney King. The jury in Simi Valley could not reach a verdict on one count against Officer Powell. Today, Health and Human Services Secretary Louis Sullivan announced an ad campaign aimed at young blacks. Sullivan wants to change the stereotype that all drug dealers are black by pointing out that on a percentage basis, more than twice as many white high school students admit to using drugs as black students. And the U.S. House has voted to repeal the unpopular boat user fee. But the bill contains a provision to penalize vessels not built in the U.S., a condition likely to lead to a presidential veto.
Well, still ahead on the Night Beat tonight, it's been described as a floating city. We'll have the final part of our special report on life aboard an aircraft carrier.
And later, communism meets capitalism on Wall Street.
When my brakes started grinding, I was really worried about how much it would cost to fix them.
Our basic brake service is only $69 or $89 per axle. Midas, because your brakes can't wait.
The night janitor at the Gator 98.7 FM eyes the microphone. A fantasy forms.
It's Buck and Peg.
The Gator Wake-Up Crew.
Good morning, South Florida. Getting you through the workday with 30 minutes of back-to-back rock and roll classics.
Taking care of business. Win $1,000 in Gator Classic cash today.
Rock and roll classics. The Gator 98.7 FM.
Imagine if the dirt some gasolines leave on the inside of your engine started showing up on the outside. May we suggest Chevron with Tetraline. It has the cleansing power to help keep your car's performance spotless. Chevron, simply smarter.
There's nothing like driving a big, powerful, comfortable car. A feeling you can still enjoy at Schumacher with Buick's Roadmaster. You get V8 power, rear-wheel drive, and an incredible list of standard features. And there's no substitute for professionals like Buick sales manager Alan Pinkerton. He's helped hundreds of people enjoy new Schumacher automobiles.
Our goal is to exceed your expectations. Why do we do it at Schumacher? It's because of you.
Home Depot presents surprising paint facts. Fact: now there's an exterior paint that protects so well, it's guaranteed for 15 full years. Behr Premium Plus, the paint made with pure, clean titanium. Fact: now there's an exterior paint with colors so bright and so beautiful, you won't believe your eyes. Behr Premium Plus, the paint made with pure, clean titanium. Behr Premium Plus, exclusively at Home Depot, where low prices are just the beginning.
Did you ever have to make up your mind to pick up on one and leave the other behind? It's not often easy and not often kind. Did you ever have to make up your mind?
Come into your Palm Coast Honda dealer right now. Make your best deal on a new Honda and drive off with up to $1,000 cash back. Up to $1,000. Now that should help you make up your mind.
The USS John F. Kennedy is more than an aircraft carrier, a fighting machine. It is a floating city.
That's right, and everything that you can find in the city can be found aboard the Kennedy, from dentists to fix-it shops, and of course, lots of people. Gary Rodemeyer wraps up his special series In Defense of America by taking a look at life aboard the carrier, where staying busy is the order of the day.
It is 7 a.m. on the mess decks of the USS John F. Kennedy. The omelets are sizzling, the only sign that day is breaking. The mess decks serve round the clock to accommodate a ship's company that is always working. During deployment, there are more than 5,000 crew members on board the Kennedy.
It's a very friendly ship, and I'm amazed every day. I see something new every day. A new space, a new compartment, new face, like I said.
And entertainment. Some diversion is important. With the flight deck restricted to working personnel, the rest of the crew may spend long periods below decks, never seeing the outside. Despite its size, the aircraft carrier is still a place of small compartments and narrow passageways. And so a stroll through the hangar deck is welcome just to get a glimpse of the morning sunlight breaking over deep water. But most of the time, the crew is surrounded by metal and wood. They sleep and eat and live by compartment, each function to its place. There's a ship store with everything from soap to souvenirs. It provides quick access to the basic needs of life. And yes, even for idle hours, a video arcade with this popular game that gives the crew a chance to relive a real-life adventure. A Saturday morning at sea can mean a quick checkup in the dental office. In the same office, technicians are creating a new smile for one of the sailors.
You know, grounds, bridges, like the chief said, anything that we need, we can make.
The Kennedy is designed to be self-sufficient. And surprisingly, when she's underway and everyone is in his place, morale is never higher.
It's kind of funny, actually. The morale is better when we're at sea than it is when we're in port. I don't know, it's maybe keeping minds occupied. Everybody has a job. We work 12 to 14-hour shifts on here, and usually you're so tired you go to bed when you get done.
Work like this, difficult, demanding, dangerous. As Captain Phil Gay says, these are real jobs, real responsibilities for young people. They make life or death decisions every day in defense of America. From the USS John F. Kennedy, this is Gary Rodemeyer reporting.
Still can't imagine landing on an aircraft carrier,
No.
catching that cable. Yanking.
Special person to do that.
Holy smokes. We'll turn to the forecast tonight. We're still scanning those skies, looking for rain, and we found it in a few spots around town tonight.
That's right, and our special person, meteorologist Art Horn's radar, has been working overtime. When we come back.
You're watching Action 5 News, your 24-hour news channel with Jim Sackett and Laurel Sauer.
When your bank locks up, are you locked out? Well, then you need a Great Western Bank checking account. It works 24 hours a day. It lets you withdraw money anytime that you need it from over 55,000 ATMs. And you can call Great Western's 24-hour hotline to check up on your account day or night, 7 days a week. Check it out. 24-hour banking with a Great Western checking account.
Nobody's gonna hit the lotto jackpot with numbers like these.
Boy, have I got work to do.
These numbers are all wrong.
This should help.
Okay, that'll be 1598. What are you, clairvoyant?
Watch for this week's lotto drawing on Saturday night.
Price check and seafood, please.
Take a good look and see what you're missing. Take a good look at Lincoln Mercury, yeah.
Take a good look at American quality in Mercury Sable with available dual airbag protection and anti-lock brakes. A safety combination you won't see on any other car in its class from any other manufacturer. Mercury Sable. Safety never looked better.
Take a good look. We've got your new car ready.
all the ways you can furnish your home, one of the most beautiful ways is with Anderson feature windows and patio doors. Elegant designs bring the warmth of tradition, the comfort of nature. Ordinary furnishings create a look. Anderson windows create an experience.
HBS Incorporated, Atlantic Window Company, Guns Quality Glass, Florida Window and Door.
Viscosity breakdown is a very important issue. It's probably the most important issue on the motor oil. You want the oil protected, at the same time you don't want it to break down, and Pennzoil is definitely the oil they use. Pennzoil outperforms any other leading motor oil against viscosity breakdown. Using Pennzoil, I have not seen any oil-related problems in our race car and our engines. Pennzoil, performance, protection, quality.
Enter now to win a Pennzoil remote control stock car at the Oil Connection.
Art Horn holds the American Meteorological Society seal of approval.
Well, it's about time, Art, that your radar started earning its keep again.
That's right. It's about time. That's right. At 5 o'clock and through the 6 o'clock hour, we were showing you some thunderstorms developing south of Lake Okeechobee, and they did provide some needed rains from Lake Worth south tonight. 81 degrees at 6. It's 73 now. Humidity 80%. Rising barometer and a southeast wind at 7 miles per hour. And from Lake Worth tonight, we had some 3/4 of an inch of rain measured there, and some people said, big puddle, who cares? Blow right through it. Some much needed rains wetting things down again from about to the Lake Worth area southward into Broward County. Let's look at the radar at 5 o'clock, and you can see on the left-hand side some showers beginning to develop, and these things really did begin to fire up very nicely. Some showers here moving over State Road 27. One particularly heavy rain shower, thunder shower, did move right across 441 through Lantana, Lake Worth, and all the way down to Lauderdale and Pompano, Hollywood. The storms moved offshore. Also in the Stewart area, Port Salerno, they got some rain earlier. It's all moved offshore now, and everything is pretty quiet. Satellite photograph from 5 o'clock was showing a few clouds here as those showers were just developing. And now what sticks out is this huge storm up in the Jacksonville area. We'll color that with some red to show the tallest clouds. This thing produced 56-mile-an-hour winds at Jacksonville at 1 minute after 7 and produced almost 3 inches of rain. Currently, we see that little top of a cloud here moving off the coast as skies clear in our area. Low pressure in the upper atmosphere over Florida tomorrow. When you get one of these low pressures in the upper atmosphere, you get some colder temperatures in the high levels, and that helps to fire off some thunderstorms. And I think tomorrow, along Florida's east coast all the way down into Monroe County, a better chance for some scattered thunderstorms will be in the forecast. And I'll have that after we look at the national weather for tomorrow. Out in the western and central part of the country, these bright white clouds are huge thunderstorms. We color the biggest ones and take away the low clouds. And these things are massive in the west. You can tell it is a typical spring night. So for our area tonight, hazy and mild, light inland fog developing later on tonight. Lows in the 60s, the winds diminishing to near calm. So tomorrow, sunshine, but a better chance of some afternoon rains once again. I like the looks of this. 82 to 89, a southeast wind at 8 to 16 miles an hour. Boating weather tomorrow, a southeast breeze just 5 to 10 knots, seas 1 to 3 in the Gulf Stream. So that 5-day showing a chance for some rains on Thursday afternoon, a high of 88. Friday, there's still going to be a slight chance of some rain, but decreasing, and the weekend so far looks good. So it's nice to see at least some folks get some rain this evening.
Not in Palm Beach Gardens, Art. Work on that.
That's tomorrow, hopefully. We'll have to get the people in Lake Worth South to tell us what a rain shower looks like.
Bring it up to Port St. Lucie, too.
Yeah. All right.
Use it there.
Thanks very much, Art.
Thanks, Art. Well, some sad news. The father in one of TV's famous families is dead tonight as we look at faces and places on this Wednesday night. Robert Reed, the TV dad on the Brady Bunch, died in California at the age of 59. Reed had battled colon cancer for the last 6 months. Reed played Mike Brady on the popular television show The Brady Bunch from September 1969 until August 1974. And Wall Street welcomed Mikhail Gorbachev today with a rousing cheer on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. The former Soviet leader worked the floor, shaking hands with traders, along with former President Ronald Reagan, who accompanied him. Gorbachev even urged a group of business leaders to invest in Russia.
Still ahead on the Night Beat, move over skateboarders. It's the travel of the future.
Plus in sports, the Chicago White Sox are red hot. Sports and scores all when we come back. Stay with us.
Action 5 News, The Night Beat, is simulcast on WPSL Radio, Port St. Lucie.
Look around America, tell me what is there.
When we look around, we see people doing their part for America's quality of life. Every day, Walmart customers recycle paper, aluminum, plastic, and automotive batteries in our stores. And every day they buy more and more products with reduced packaging. It's called caring about the world we live in.
Recycle America, don't just throw it all away.
The Mitsubishi Diamante LS with TCL traction control, electronically controlled suspension, anti-lock braking. Safety and performance features associated with luxury performance sedans like Lexus and Infiniti. Now seamlessly integrated and refined in this luxury performance sedan, the Diamante LS from Mitsubishi. The word is getting around.
How sad, pouring good money into a bad old central unit. So stop. Trane has the solution to big utility and repair bills. An air conditioner so efficient and carefree it can literally pay for itself. And call now, because Trane will also pay you $250 instant cash on a new XL system. So go. You'll find it's hard to stop a Trane.
For quality service throughout Palm Beach and Martin counties, no one does it better than Service Experts, a division of Custom Air Conditioning.
Call your man from Trane at Custom Air today.
They could be marching into your home right now, entering through a crack in the foundation, chewing into your floors and subfloors, into your walls. Termites, there's one sure way to stop them. Call Terminex. Terminex technicians have treated over 5 million homes with methods proven to stop termites. We guarantee it. No ifs, ands, or bugs. Terminex. Call now for a free termite inspection.
Pat Murphy has sports with more NBA action and a big game tonight with the Boston Celtics.
The Green Machine could be in some trouble right now, Laurel. No question about that. The Celtics players felt that Game 5 would be the pivotal game in their series with the Cavaliers. The winner would be in the driver's seat. First half in Cleveland, Ian White. D. Brown dishes to Larry Bird, who lays it in. The Cavaliers were on fire from the outside. Craig Elo connects from long range, 56-49. Cavaliers at the intermission. Second half of play, Brad Doherty buries 2 of his 28 points along the baseline. Then Mark Price fakes from long range and connects. Cleveland wins 114-98 and grabs a 3-2 lead in their series. It was a living nightmare for the Braves pitching staff early tonight. They just couldn't get anybody out. In the first inning of play, Andy Van Slyke singles up the middle. Gary Reedus comes around, 1-0 Pittsburgh. With the Bucks up 3-0 in the bottom half of the first, Ronnie Gant belts career home run number 100, 3-1 Pirates. Then in the second, the Pirates are at it again. Jay Bell doubles down the line. Reedus motors home 6-2 Pittsburgh. They led at one point 10-2, but the Braves, if you can believe it, have rallied and tied it 10-all in the 8th inning of play. Sackett's happy. Elsewhere, Montreal dumped L.A. San Fran knocked off Philly. San Diego blasted the Mets. Chicago defeated Houston, and St. Louis topped Cincinnati. At the Sky Dome, the Blue Jays and A's hooked up. In the bottom half of the third, Dave Winfield drives this shot to the gap. In comes Roberto Alomar. It's 1-all. Bottom half of the seventh, John Olerud belts a ground rule double. In comes Alomar and Winfield. Toronto wins it 4-3 over the A's. In the Beer City, the Brewskis took on the White Sox in the first inning of play. Robin Ventura with a rope down the left field line. Steve Sack scores, and it's 1-0 Chicago. Pitcher Kurt McCaskill was masterful on the hill. Harry fans Jim Gantner. Chicago wins 1-0 over Milwaukee. In other action, California rallied past Detroit. The Yankees nuked Seattle. Boston and Minnesota are tied. KC jolted Cleveland. And Baltimore stopped Texas. The West Palm Beach Expos welcome Vero Beach tonight, looking to protect a 4-game lead in the Florida State League's Eastern Division. In the first inning of play, Freddie Gonzalez rips a shot to the corner in left field. Vincent Spearman scores on the play, 1-0 Dodgers on top. Moments later, Kazu Nagasami doubles home Willie Antunez, 2-0 Vero. The Dodgers went on to whip the Expos tonight. Not a good night, 8-0. The defending champion Penguins had their eye on a trip to the Wales Conference Final tonight. All they needed was a victory over the Rangers. In the second period of play, Doug Waite scores in front. It's 1-1. Moments later, Jaromir Jagr with a great move and the goal in front, 2-1 Pens. Pittsburgh never looked back. They went on to beat the Rangers 5-1 to clinch the series. The Ickey Shuffle was banned in Cincinnati today. The Bengals waived the injury-plagued running back. Woods ran for over 1,000 yards and 15 touchdowns in his rookie season of 1988 and helped Cincinnati to a berth in the Super Bowl against the San Francisco 49ers. Finally, we head back to the court. Patrick Papa Brown with the bounce pass off the wall for the mighty Jam. Give him a 10 on that. Another look in slow-mo. Brown with a savage stuff off the wall and in. And guess what he got for it?
That's kind of one of those shots you play when you're playing horse, you know, and you can't think of anything else and you want to try a wild shot at the end of the game just to win,
Kind of like a Michael Jordan shot.
Yeah.
He got $100 for winning the tournament, by the way.
Did he?
Not much.
Pocket change for them
That's
anyway,
true.
right? Thanks, Pat Jim.
And right after this on the Night Beat, we'll be back to show you help for the lazy skater.
TV5 and the West Palm Beach Expos invite boys and girls 14 and under to join the 1992 Knothole Gang. Membership is just $1 and you'll receive a membership card, 5-cent admission on Tuesdays, a baseball clinic, a newsletter, and the opportunity to win great prizes.
Join the Knothole excitement Tuesday, May 26th, when the Expos host the Sarasota White Sox.
This announcement is sponsored by TV5's Time to Care partners.
Hi, I'm Pat Murphy. If one of your favorite pastimes is playing golf, then you won't want to miss the 3rd annual Pat Murphy Celebrity Golf Classic on Saturday, May 16th here at Palm Beach Polo and Country Club. Each team will consist of a celebrity player and 3 amateur golfers. In addition to a great day of golf, you'll have a chance to win some fabulous prizes. All proceeds benefit the Boys and Girls Clubs of Palm Beach County. So come out and join us and let the good times roll, and please take the time to care.
On the Street Beat tonight, tomorrow, an eastbound lane of the Royal Park Bridge at Okeechobee Boulevard over the Intracoastal Waterway will be closed. Workers will be making repairs between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m.
And finally tonight on the Night Beat, if you are tired of pushing your way around town on a skateboard, a dentist has come up with what appears to be the perfect solution. It's a power pack. Now, it's worn on the back to propel you all around town. The device can even go as fast as 38 miles an hour. Now, the power pack works best, we're told, with rollerblades. The dentist who came up with the idea says he surprises professional cyclists as he zooms past them every day. Now, if the engine goes a little bit too fast for you, slow pokes out there, it even has a control on it, a throttle to kind of speed you up or slow you down, whichever you prefer.
It would help you during rush hour, I guess, on I-95, wouldn't it? You know?
That's right.
Kind of zooming in and out, but as our producer just said, they wouldn't like it on Palm Beach, I don't think.
And on that note, we will skate out of here for tonight. Thank you for being with us.
Have a nice day tomorrow, everybody. We'll see you then. Good night.